Where are the rest of the students?
They are killing your brother in South Africa. You are misleading.
They are killing Nigerians in South Africa. You are here. I'm not a
Vicens, where they go now? The whole mic, the whole everything with me.
You still get battery?
I don't put another battery.
Want to sell you What are you saying? What are you saying? Did you tell your next president that I'm coming here?
He's our member. No, I'm not going. No, he's our member. Wait. Don't hold my hand. No. That is arrest. Wait. Why would you need arrest? We are here. We cannot. I'm not away. Let me say something now. Allow me. We cannot be here and we are not beating him now. See him now. Let me beat him. Leave him now.
Sorry.
By struggle, freedom come.
Hello, I don't need fracas. I won't need any fracas here. Hello, please, let me say peace. Are you hearing me?
I'm the senior young government president. You understand? We received an email. That's what I'm trying to say. I received an email. Hello, let me finish.
No, sorry.
I received an email. You understand? Through my SSA on media and publicity that there is a meeting. I'm invited about what is happening in South Africa, killing our parents and whatever are our students that are there. So a lot of students have been chatting me up about this issue, talking to me the way that
I don't know why this is our
I've released him. He's not. He can't come.
They invited me. And when they asked me, am I representing us? I said no.
Okay, so
they should end this issue. The way they are killing our people in South Africa is not right.
You speak for
what is your business? Diplomatic issue. What is your business as a student with a diplomatic matter, an issue that concerns the international community? It does not have the jurisdiction to address, to be invited to talk on this issue. So you can see, while as leaders we are struggling to make sure that we project the image of our country positively in the right light, some people are going there to sabotage our efforts. Some are going there just for the sake of money. We can no longer tolerate this. This is Nigeria. We are first Nigerians before we are Africans. And it is our responsibility as patriotic people to defend our people wherever they are in the world. We have not killed any South African in Nigeria. We have not. None is on record. Why are they killing our people on a daily basis? And that has been the position of NAS. A few days ago I spoke to the world that we are tired. Enough is enough. This Embassy have called me severally and I said, there is nothing to be discussed. What we want is outright stop on the killing of Nigerians in South Africa. Yet it has continued. And you want me to sit down and discuss with you? I will not do that. Nigerian students duly elected me to represent them, and that alone I will do. Let me use this opportunity. Now, why should we sit down and discuss with you when your Minister for Foreign Affairs justified the killing of other nationals in South Africa? Why? Why should we? Why should we sit and discuss with you? We have MTN. We have Shopper and a host of others. Numbering about 120. We have not attacked them.
You support the current attack happening on South Africa?
We are humans. We are humans. You cannot continue to keep quiet and watch your people being killed. That's exactly what is happening. That is what he just said. You are journalists, you have this information. A president said he cannot control his people. Whereas we are here, we have our police officers here. Why have they not allowed Nigerians to take laws into their hands? So there is a conspiracy with the government of South Africa to wipe up Nigerians out on the crime of South Africa. And this has to stop. The dialogue has failed. It has failed. You agree with me that it has failed? How long have we been dialoguing? Did this issue started today? Even on our own, we have done it in phases. First, we did a lot of press conferences addressing this matter, calling the international community to act. Second, across, we did that. It was widely reported. Yet, it didn't stop. All that continued was the killing. We have exhausted all channels for negotiation and peaceful dialogue. We have. And as if that has not achieved enough, the next thing we see was the burning, outright burning of human beings that have blood and water running in their system. People like you and I. These are people. These are human to begin to claim leadership of where they don't have to speak for Nigeria. Enough of that.
Mr. President,
I am Comrade Daniel Bamidele Akpan, the President of National Association of Nigerian Students.
Global President, he says.
Mr. President, they said they're making efforts to make sure there's an exchange between Nigerian students, Nigerian youth.
We don't need that. We don't need it. We've gone past that stage. How do you do exchange in a place where you are not safe? Our members who are schooling in South Africa have been calling us they want to come back home. In fact, let me use this medium to call on Mr. President. If Ramaphosa can protect his people, if he can defend his people, if his ministers can be defending his people, what is President Muhammadu Buhari afraid of? Is he not a general? Is he not a general? Show us once again that you are a general, President Muhammadu Buhari. Stop the killing of your people. You have been elected to protect the lives of your people, not to be dialoguing with those who have been killing your people. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
Thank you so much.
It's nowhere enough. Africa. Other countries in the world as I speak, not only in South Africa, because they feel we cannot do anything, because they feel Nigerians are helpless, because they feel we cannot defend ourselves, because we feel that we don't have leaders. They feel we don't have leaders. We are leaders who stand for our people. We are leaders who stand for our people, even with the land strip of our blood. Enough of all of this. Enough of this bad dash. We are Nigerians and we are first Nigerians. We will protect Nigeria. Our people are being forced, killed, molested, harassed on a daily basis. Look at how peaceful their embassy is. Have we attacked them? Have we done anything to them? Their business, South Africa generates their highest income from Nigeria. What they make from MTN alone, other countries in Africa do not have it. What they make from multi-choice. How much do you pay for multi-choice money? Even when you don't use it, they charge you. We have all of these issues pending, but we have never taken to their offices. What are the businesses that average Nigerians are running in South Africa? Roadside shops, roadside supermarkets, roadside businesses. But in our country, they control our economy. It's unfortunate. Nigerians must also take ownership of Nigeria. Nigerians must begin to take ownership of Nigeria. I call on Nigerians in South Africa to begin to come back home. I call on the government of Nigeria to begin the processes of bringing back our people back to Nigeria. And we take over. We nationalize MTN. We nationalize multi-choice. We nationalize other South African businesses. It's enough to occupy our people. It's enough to provide jobs for our people. It's enough to progress this country. I am a Nigerian and I will die in Nigeria. Anywhere I go, I come back as a Nigerian. Why would we find ourselves here when some of our leaders have dual citizenship? Some of them are Nigerians and they are Europeans at the same time. Some of them are Nigerians, they are Americans at the same time. Even against the constitution they swore to. It's enough. We can no longer condone this. This is Nigeria. This is our country. A minister for police affairs justifying the killing, the barbaric act of his people. A minister, a representative of government. But in our clan, they send police after us. Just yesterday, because of people who went to ShopRite, as I speak to you, the Nigerian police force has the infantry to arrest people, and they said they are bringing them to Abuja. They will meet us here. They will meet us here. They will meet us here. If South African government has not arrested anybody, and you police, Inspector General of Police, you must protect your people. It is your job to protect your people and protect your country. Because when you leave that office, you also become an ordinary civilian. Mind you, a former chief of defense staff, former chief of army staff was killed like a chicken some months ago. Nothing lasts forever. Everybody must be prepared to protect the integrity of this country. This is our land.
What's going to be done about those that came to represent?
They are on their own. They don't represent anybody. They don't. Have you seen them negotiating with our people? As I speak to you, Cyril Ramaphosa should be running to Nigeria and begging. I saw something trending on social media, laying credence to the ability of late Abacha. That if it were to be Abacha, by now, actions would have taken place. If it were to be Abacha, by now, you would have seen concerted effort to prove to South Africans that we are not weaklings. But the reverse is the case. This is our country. We also have a country. We need to also defend it. And we will defend it. We will defend it. We will defend our people. I will not sit to negotiate or discuss anything with anybody. I will not. I will not. I don't need your hundreds of millions. Let me be a poor man and represent the interests of my people. I don't want to live in a house where there's fence. I want to live in a house where there is no fence. Everybody can access me. I don't want to have access to too much money. I don't want to pack people's money. For the South African government to stand up and begin to do the needful. We have said again and again that they are playing with our intelligence. They are playing on our intelligence. It is a concerted effort to continually kill Nigerians. It is unacceptable. The president again just told us that they are helpless. How can the head of government, the commander-in-chief of an armed forces, can say it's helpless? Is that possible? A minister for police affairs said there's nothing they can do, that they cannot lose their country to other nationals. It's the best way to kill them. As I speak to you, Zimbabwe is on fire. They are protesting. Masses are out. Young people are out. Yet you negotiated through the back door to bring young people of Nigeria that you want to give them money. It will not work. It will not. But those who don't know what they represent, they are on their own. We know what we represent. I was duly elected by the people and the students of this country, and that mandate and interest, that confidence they repose in me, I will protect to the end of my tenure. The solution resides with the South African government. Cyril Ramaphosa is a wealthy man. He made his money from Nigeria. He spent most of his time in Nigeria. But as he had gone back to his country, he chose to protect his people more than even where he's making money. President Buhari should also begin to protect his people. I rest my case.